He was one of the youngest billionaires in New York City, founder of a global tech company, owner of mansions, yachts, and a fleet of luxury cars. The media called him the man who turned code into gold. But behind the expensive suit and charming smile, Ethan was a man running on emptiness. His life was built on numbers, profit margins, and power, not people. His employees feared him, his board members envied him, and his fiancée left him, calling him emotionally bankrupt. Then, one stormy November night, everything collapsed. His company was hacked, millions vanished overnight, and the scandal wiped out his empire. Investors backed out, the media turned on him, and lawsuits poured in. Within weeks, Ethan's accounts were frozen, his assets seized. For the first time in his life, Ethan was broke. He sold his watches, cars, and finally his penthouse. The man who once owned everything now slept in a cheap motel near Brooklyn, alone, bitter, and broken. One morning, Ethan went to a public building to use the restroom. He hadn't eaten properly for 2 days. As he washed his face, he heard someone humming behind him. It was a janitor, a middle-aged man with tired eyes but a warm smile. His name tag read, Daniel. Daniel noticed Ethan's messy look and expensive watch, now scratched and dull. "You okay, man?" he asked gently. Ethan sighed, "Do I look okay?" Daniel chuckled softly. "You look like someone who forgot to sleep for a year." For some reason, Ethan didn't snap back. Maybe it was the kindness in Daniel's tone. "I lost everything," Ethan whispered. "My company, my money, my life." Daniel leaned on his mop. "Then maybe it's time to find what you didn't lose, your heart." Ethan frowned, confused, but Daniel just smiled, handed him a sandwich from his lunchbox, and said, "Eat." Nobody thinks well on an empty stomach. That small act, a janitor sharing his food with a fallen billionaire, struck something deep inside Ethan. Over the next few days, Ethan found excuses to visit the same building. He said he was looking for work, but truthfully, he just wanted to talk to Daniel again. Daniel was a single dad with a 7-year-old son named Liam. His wife had passed away from cancer 3 years ago. Since then, Daniel worked night shifts as a janitor and took care of Liam during the day. Despite his struggles, Daniel was always smiling. He told Ethan stories about his son's school drawings, about making pancakes on Sundays, about finding joy in little things. One day, Ethan asked him, "How can you be so positive? You work so hard, have so little, yet you smile more than anyone I know." Daniel shrugged. "Because I still have what money can't buy. My boy, my peace, and faith that tomorrow can be better." Those words haunted Ethan. For years, he had everything except peace. A week later, Daniel found Ethan sitting outside in the rain, holding a crumpled job application form. "You'll catch a cold," Daniel said, handing him a spare umbrella. "I don't care anymore," Ethan muttered. "No one will hire me. My name is poison now." Daniel sat beside him. "Then work with me," Ethan laughed. "You want me to mop floors? Why not? Floors don't care who you were yesterday. They just need cleaning today." Ethan hesitated, but something inside him said yes. The next day, the billionaire became a janitor. At first, Ethan hated it. The smell, the dirt, the stares. But Daniel taught him the dignity of honest work. "Every job has pride," Daniel said one day. "When you clean, you make the world a little better, even if nobody notices." Ethan began to see life differently. He found meaning in small acts, polishing windows, helping old visitors, fixing things around the building. He also started spending time with Liam, who adored him. The boy's laughter reminded Ethan of something he hadn't felt in years: hope. Slowly, Ethan changed. He wasn't chasing billions anymore. He was rediscovering himself. One evening, Ethan noticed that the building's maintenance system was outdated. The heating often failed, and reports took hours to reach the office. With his tech background, Ethan quietly built a simple software to help janitors log issues instantly through their phones. Daniel tried it, and it worked perfectly. Soon, word spread. The building's manager called Ethan in and offered him a small contract to improve their system citywide. For the first time in months, Ethan earned money, honest money. He shared half with Daniel. "You didn't have to do that," Daniel said, surprised. You shared your lunch when I had nothing, Ethan replied. This is nothing compared to that. Within a year, Ethan's software gained popularity across multiple facilities. He and Daniel started a small company called Cleantech Solutions, a startup focused on improving janitorial efficiency through smart technology. Daniel continued working part-time as a janitor, saying it kept him humble. Ethan handled clients and coding, but this time, he led with compassion, not arrogance. Their company grew fast. Investors who once turned their backs on Ethan now came knocking again, but he refused to sell out. We're not building an empire, Ethan said to Daniel. We're building purpose. Daniel smiled proudly. Looks like you finally found what you'd lost. 2 years later, Cleantech Solutions became one of the most respected startups in New York, not just for its innovation, but for its kindness. They hired hundreds of underpaid workers, gave scholarships to janitors, children, and sponsored community programs. At the company's anniversary event, Ethan gave a speech. He looked at Daniel and said, I once believed success was about what you own. But true wealth isn't in your bank account, it's in the people who stand by you when you have nothing. The crowd gave a standing ovation. After the event, Daniel's son ran up to Ethan and hugged him. Uncle Ethan, Daddy says you're his best friend. Ethan smiled, eyes moist. No, Liam, your dad saved my life. Ethan secretly bought Daniel and Liam a small house near a park. When Daniel found out, he was overwhelmed. I can't accept this, he said, tears in his eyes. Ethan placed the keys in his hand. You gave me more than a house, you gave me hope. Let me return just a fraction of that. They hugged. Two men from completely different worlds, bound by kindness. Years passed. Cleantech expanded globally, employing thousands. Ethan and Daniel continued to work side by side, never forgetting where they came from. Reporters often asked Ethan about his comeback story. He always gave the same answer. I didn't make a comeback. A janitor taught me how to start living. And when asked what motivated him now, he smiled and said, kindness. Because it's the only investment that never fails.